Okay, everybody has their angle of vision and everything, so I had put that out, you know, the Trump takeover, but actually it's not him, it's the elite takeover. The elite, they never lose control of their money. The elite don't lose control of their money. They in some way maneuver it and hide it in another way. But the middle class, and of course the low class, they do, and very quickly. So what do when they lose control of money? They have to beg the elite. And the elite can put laws down. They already know the system's going to collapse. They already know that. It's got to a certain point, it's going to collapse. So why don't we collapse it on purpose and then control them? It's why did that king of Dwarka make so much trouble for the Jarasandha? Because Jarasandha was taxing the people like mad, controlling them like mad. But you know, you find freedom when you walk on your own and you go buy something and then you come back and everybody wants it. So that's the whole thing about the trade. It actually just destroys the control. It destroys the control because the elite aren't going to go walking. And they're not going to try to bring something back, fighting to bring it back. No, they aren't going to do that. So trade and commerce, right? Trade and commerce keeps you going. And then all of a sudden you collapse trade and commerce on purpose, and then those people, you control them, then you got it made. You got it made. That's it. You got it made. So they'll take the money out of your hands. You know, once in India, the actual coins, I'm pretty sure it was Sri Rupa Goswami. When he was in the government, the Muslim government that was in charge in that place in Bengal, West Bengal, he established the coins. In other parts of India, there wasn't so much establishment of coins, but coins was essential. Essential, because then you could make trade, and then everything could go along smoothly, and you could have a steady price. Otherwise, you're bartering all the time. That's another thing. You go to Dallas, a lot of people are into bartering. They don't even touch money. They don't even have a bank account. And they got everything. They got their car, they got their gasoline and everything by bartering. Well, we used to deal with them. We'd give them beautiful paintings and everything, and they come and do some carpenter work, and they come over and they do some plumbing work or something like that. So we had a position to give them something they like, and or eat at the restaurant. So the bartering people they love it. You know, they don't want to complicate their lives and depend on this whole system. And they were always telling how much they feel freedom from the bartering. They're bartering. You can't control them. You can't go up against them. Too many of them, especially in Dallas. Go there. There's a lot of them, not just a few. I'm talking about a lot. They got a whole system set up. And it keeps them free. And also in the courts of the Roman courts, there was a big complaint that they had sent 150 boats, at the cost of the people. The government had sent about 150 boats just to India to bring back silk, because it was the easiest place to pick up the silk. That's 150 boats, of good size in 1 year. So he says, the reason this is all is happening, the biggest reason is because your wives want the silk saris. So we have to stop this. We're wasting the money of the people. You know, trade has a big influence. Even on a big emperor like Rome, they had to bow down to her, or else the wife gets a little upset that she doesn't have some good sari that her friend has. And, you know, you got to think about that, you know. That's how everything works anyways. Okay, so it's not, you know, I'm just attacking my own president. No. The takeover of Trump, I'm just putting that like that because that's the easiest or the closest place to say something. But that's what's happening. Break the system to a point. And when you got to that point where everybody is like on their knees to you, then you got it made. Okay, now that's fine. Now we can continue on. Oh, you know, like, sorry to say, but I'm sort of outside of that system, and I don't mind living like a beggar. I just don't mind living like a beggar. So, because I've been taken care of for years and years. And you could say, oh, you have pension. Yeah, but I didn't have a pension until 1996 or 7. I just depended on whatever came. 96 or 97. I didn't even think of having a pension. And matter of fact, I'm not the one that even went and signed it. Somebody made me an appointment and sent me to get the pension. So, you know, somebody else was thinking of me and wanted to see that me with something in my hand, right? I didn't make any motion to do it. I mean, I'm grateful and everything, you know, but still, think about it. There's a whole big game going on. And the middle class is not in the big game. And of course, you know, if the middle class isn't, the rest of us aren't. So, if you want to keep this up, you know, I mean, come on, they're hitting trade. Yeah, they're hitting trade. Just like that king of Dwarka, he hit trade. That's all he had to do was just hit the trade. It's like the smartest thing to do. Hit the trade, try to block the trade, and you'll start a fire. You'll start a war. You will. That's all there is to it. Because there's too many people that'll want the other things. So there has to be a war. That's it. And after the war, everybody has to be a slave. So that's it. It's a simple thing. You know, don't worry so much about it. There's someone in charge upstairs, and there's so many planets and stars in charge of what goes up and what goes down. So it never pins something on somebody as a person against you. No, it's not. It's just being used. The energy is there, and he's in that energy spot, and he's carrying that energy. Once that energy is gone, the person is still existing, so what was the use of being mad at him? It's an energy. So he's just carrying the energy like a puppet, and he's dancing like a puppet to the flute sound. That's all it is. So never point another person as the bad guy. But the emotions, the activities and things like that, they're the bad guys. So that person can change his emotions and his activities. So he doesn't complicate life for us. Okay, well, whatever. I'm not an economist or something like that, or politician or anything like that. I'm just trying to point it out that it looks strange that nobody is pointing this out, that this is being all it's pre-planned nicely, And it's just like an orchestra. They're orchestrating the whole thing. And the people are just falling in line. So you're already falling in line to what they want. Doesn't take much to notice that. And then after a while, you're going to have to really fall in line. And everything will be cool for them. The upper class, for them, it's all right. Okay. Okay, thank you very much. Hare Krishna.